And now I yield back and recognize the ranking member of the entire committee, Mr. Raskin, for his opening statement.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman, for holding this hearing on the rising threat posed by unmanned aircraft systems, commonly known as drones. The FAA reports that over 1 million drones are now registered in the U.S. for a broad range of commercial and recreational purposes. Government agencies also use them to improve diverse public safety operations, including search and rescue, disaster response, crime scene investigation, even traffic enforcement. But like any technology, including AI-enabled technology, which the subcommittee discussed earlier in the summer, drones can also be used for unlawful purposes, like delivering contraband to inmates in prison or ferrying fentanyl across the northern and southern borders of our country. 2023, in my home state, in Maryland, 15 people were indicted as part of a criminal network that used drones to smuggle fentanyl and other drugs, cell phones, tools, and other contraband into the Roxbury Correctional Institution in Hagerstown. I'm sure that many of my colleagues have similar stories from their own states. The DOJ is one of 5 federal agencies with drone detection and mitigation authority, which allows the department to detect, track, and even destroy drones that pose a credible threat to federal courthouses, prisons, and large gatherings. The FBI and the Federal Bureau of Prisons are also able to utilize some counter-drone detection systems. In fact, earlier this year, BOP reported the agency has deployed such systems at 64 facilities, which have helped detect malicious drone use, better inform law enforcement of incoming threats, and locate suspected criminal drone operators. Today, as we discuss law enforcement efforts to respond to malicious drone activity and the use of drones to enhance public safety, we must be mindful of the risks associated with the detection and mitigation of drones, as well as the need to respect the privacy interests and civil liberties of the public in the process. We must make sure that law enforcement uses both drone and counter-drone technology correctly, safely, and always within the bounds of the law. That's why I was pleased to join the chairs and ranking members of the Transportation Infrastructure Committee and the Homeland Security Committee to introduce H.R. 5061, the Counter-UAS Authority, Security, Safety, and Reauthorization Act. The bill, which was reported favorably by the Transportation Infrastructure Committee by a remarkable vote of 60-0, would reauthorize, reform, and expand the existing counter-unmanned aircraft system or counter-UAS authorities of the Homeland Security Department and the DOJ. Among other provisions, the bipartisan bill would for the first time expand these authorities to state and local law enforcement through a carefully calibrated pilot program. The bill would also establish training standards for these agencies to meet before they can operate counter-UAS systems and minimum performance requirements for counter-UAS technology before it can be deployed, ensuring these systems are used safely and solely within the strictures of the law. I trust today's hearing will convince my colleagues of the need to support this bill and that we will see swift, unanimous passage of it. Thank you, Mr. Chairman, and thanks to all of our witnesses for being here. I look forward to hearing from you, and I yield back.